We're back here directly from the TDC in São Paulo, Brazil, and I'm here with an amazing guy, Elias Nogueira. He is the coordinator of the test track here at the TDC, and it's such an amazing track that this year we're repeating it twice. Right? There's gonna be two test tracks. Right? It's the same content, different content.
The same content.
The same content.
The same content.
So the same content twice because it's so full of people wanting to come to the test track that Elias is putting together. So, put your hands together with Elias Nogueira. Thanks a lot, Elias.
Thank you.
Excellent to have you here, man. So, Elias, talking about testing, and I think you're a guy that you kind of developers have to talk about tests, right?
Yes, all the time.
And a lot of times, you have developers that say, "Oh, I don't want to do testing," or "Test is not for me. Test is for that test team. It's not for developers." What can you tell us about testing?
It's totally wrong.
Come together a little bit. Yes, right.
It's totally wrong.
Right.
Because
totally wrong. No
yes,
testing then.
No, all developers need to do tests
Right.
in the systems. We advocate all the time in the test track about testers make the testing stuffs, automate and do some manual tests. But it's really, really important developers do tests as well.
Right.
Because it's the base of we call it automation pyramid. If I don't do unit tests in my project, probably after with a user or some automation test in the user interface, I'm gonna get a lot of errors.
Right.
So
how does this work? So you have the developers, and then you also have the test team.
Yep.
Or they're all together? How does that work?
In this new way, we call it in agile projects, we have all the team together, and sometimes or all the times, testers do same job. They create some pairing strategies to make the automation tests in just unit and components tests better.
Right.
Some testers doesn't know how to create some tests in unit level or component level, but they can give some ideas or give some new tests to developer implements.
Okay. All right. So the tester is the guy that he understands the system, he understands the problem, and he understands how to do the test. But sometimes but the developer's the one that actually go there and do it.
The developer needs to
Right.
go direct in the code and write some tests.
Right.
The test guy in agile projects also helping people create the sharing understanding about tests.
Oh, right. Cool.
And try to create this new scenario for tests and for development. Sometimes all test cases are used to make the projects, to make the functionality or the required or something like that.
Right. So now we have the cloud track, we have the DevOps track. Those tracks, they talk a lot about automation.
Yep.
Is automation also the future of testing, or still a lot of manual testing has to be done?
No. Now with agile methodologies, we need to do some automated testing to get in track with all the sprints and all the releases. If you do some manual tests, you probably will be the bootleg.
Right. Oh yeah, because the test is manual. It gets stuck on the pipeline, right?
All the time.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Now, do we have today the tools to actually do the whole automation of everything?
Yes.
Yes.
We have all the tools. In the last Java 1 here in Brazil, I presented tools to automated tests in REST API for web and for mobile projects.
Oh, cool. Nice.
And some of these tools is the same tools. It's the same base. So you don't need to understand or try to search for another tools. It's all the time it's the same tools to create some tests. Like in webbing and mobile, we have a tool called Selenium WebDriver. It's really popular in this for testers. And we have another tool called Appium. And Appium has the same base of the Selenium.
Okay.
So it's the same code
for
different technologies. So it's really easy to create automated tests for
Okay,
for
that's pretty cool.
projects.
So if you had to list a set of tests tools for developers to learn, what they should learn? I mean, what are the tools they should learn?
To learn. Unit tests is JUnit, TestNG as
Uh-huh.
well is common.
Right.
REST Assured is an API to automate REST APIs. It's really easy and it brings the BDD styles to create some code. It's
Right.
really easy to create any test with REST API. Selenium WebDriver is almost the 90% testers using this tool, so
Right.
developers as well. And Appium is a really good tool because use Selenium behind the scenes
Right.
and it can create some automated tests for mobile native and mobile and hybrid apps.
Oh, cool. Nice. Okay. And how about do you have it like what are the tools the testers use? Do the testers use the same tools?
The same tools.
Or they have some other like to manage testing things
No,
like this?
the same tools.
The same tools.
The
Okay.
same.
That's so like everyone works the same thing. One
Yep.
tool that I hear a lot is TestLink. Does TestLink fits there somewhere or no?
TestLink fits not in agile projects anymore
Okay.
because some agile projects need to create some documentations or some tests in different language or different style. Like
Right.
in BDD, we use gherkin to express some testings or
Right.
some acceptance criteria, and TestLink doesn't support
Oh, I see.
writing.
TestLink, I think, is like the old style.
The
tool
old
that
style
people do
stuff.
like manually,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. All right. Okay. So and one of the things that you do a lot of here on TDC is that you try to merge the testing community with the developers community, right? So how hard it is to actually get testers and developers to work together?
It's really hard.
It's really hard.
We try to make some, like I can say, bring first to testers, saying that developers is really our friends,
Right.
and try to make a developer see the test as a good thing
Right.
in the developer process.
Yeah.
First, we all the time do all these jobs with the testers first, to after go to developers and try to make they understand the importance of tests and how it's important for their job.
And why do you think this is? Why do developers have this mentality the test is not good? Do you have any idea why?
Because in the past is a tedious thing, tedious tasks to do. Because 3, 4, 6 years ago, we don't have some tools to automate tests, and tests in that time is really manual. So they sometimes I think they think this is a really boring to do tests because it's all the time is manual.
Yes.
So now with this new wave of automated tools, it's bringing some, I don't know how to say it, it's really easy to create some tests. It's really fast to create some tests, mainly for developers, because developers all the time are developing stuff.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. So what else can you tell us about testing and development and everything like that? I'm not sure what other question I can ask you, because there's you had a lot of good content there.
I think it's the new wave now for testing and for automated testing is about infrastructure testing.
Right. Oh yes, infrastructure testing. Yes. Okay.
It's really important, and not all developers and testers are give some advices or put this in the whole scenario.
Right. And so you're talking about infrastructure testing, right?
Yep.
So I think there's a new wave of tools of automation of infrastructure also. Things like Docker and containers, and, things like Ansible to automate the creation. So can you do tests with all those stuff?
Yep. Yes. Now it's growing some tools to create some codes to test that infrastructure with Ansible, with Docker, with Chef and Puppet, with some tools.
That's pretty nice. All right, so we are actually in a strong wave. Now, when you start talking about DevOps, you kind of create the whole pipeline, right? And testing is part of this pipeline.
The whole pipeline as well.
So every time we talk about DevOps, we really should talk about dev, test, ops,
Ops. Yep.
right? It should be like
Right.
the whole team has to work together, right?
Yes. It's not just a development and the operation.
Mhm.
We need to test all the time in this whole process
Right.
because sometimes we make a lot of mistakes
Mhm.
in infrastructure, in the code.
Right.
And just assure that it's okay, really okay. It's with testing in all the parts.
Okay, that's really, really cool. So that's Elias Nogueira, directly here from the TDC in São Paulo. Thanks a lot, Elias, for
Thank
being
you a
here with
lot.
us. And it was excellent to have you here. So
Oh.
keep watching because we're still going to broadcast more excellent content here directly from TDC. Thanks.